Disturbing toys that traumatized kids. Yes.
Situation where a plaything, which was intended to, bring joy within
Yes.
children, ended up maiming or traumatizing them for the rest of their lives. With the rise of social media, we've
Beast?
seen more and more instances of these dangerous toys pop up, with concerned parents taking to the web to report disturbing and harrowing encounters with these toys hurting their kids. Some of these reports actually resulting in full-on recalls.
Captions, please.
From a magic wand toy featuring secret gory imagery to Pokeballs causing suffocation in infants.
How? Did the kids try to get into the Pokeballs? How the fuck is the little kid dying to a Pokeball? Are they trying to climb inside and get it locked in? I swear to God, if I had a kid who was stupid enough to get 1v1'd by a Pokeball, like, survival of the fittest at this point.
Are the internet's most
I don't know what to
dangerous
tell
toys. Before we get started, I want to thank today's sponsor, Cook Unity.
At what point do we let natural selection take its course? You know what I mean?
And chefs and ships them right to your front door. Each Cook Unity.
No, thank you. I'm gonna be hitting the skip button on this.
Involving a magic wand toy that was purchased from a dollar store began circulating around the internet. The small wand
They got it stuck on their mouth and nose. Why? Like, just like
contained a dark secret.
idiots.
A secret that, when revealed, opened up one of the most bizarre rabbit holes in internet mystery history. This is the legend of the Evil Stick. It
The
all
Evil
begins in
Stick.
early November of 2014, just days after Halloween.
How long is this
In
video?
Dayton,
42 minutes.
Ohio,
Let's go
a woman
1.25.
named
For a 42-minute video, I think we can 1.25
Nicole
it.
Allen was shopping with her 2-year-old daughter at a local dollar store when something on the shelves caught her and her child's eye. It was a pink magic wand toy.
Wow.
The wand, which took the shape of a flower, was secured in packaging that promised kids wonderful music, magic, and fairies.
It's called
Among these
Evil
tentative
Stick?
Claims, the packaging
Why? Okay, I'm just saying. Why are you buying a toy called Evil Stick and then surprised that it's actually evil? Like, you only have yourself to blame.
also featured an anime character. That character being Sakura Kinimoto from the 90s anime series Cardcaptor Sakura. Despite the presence of this anime character on the wand's packaging, the wand itself had nothing to do with this anime, like it wasn't featured in the show. It almost seemed like the anime character's inclusion was arbitrary to make the product seem more exotic. And easily the
I don't think
strangest
it
part about this
Why you gotta use the exotic word?
toy was the name of it. It was called Evil Stick. It goes without saying that this name is quite a juxtaposition when compared to the product's packaging. Now, the mother,
real.
Nicole Allen, she didn't notice this weird product name, and thinking that her daughter would like this, magic wand toy, she bought it for the 2-year-old. And the kid
I just think that calling an anime picture exotic is just
loved it
I
at
mean,
first,
okay.
but several hours into the play session, the true nature of the Evil Stick would reveal itself. At home, as the
I'm sorry, can I just say one more thing? This guy has, no offense, his video seems very good so far. He has crazy eyes. He has really crazy eyes. Like
the play session,
he's not like he's
true nature of the Evil Stick
like
would
like I'm sorry, it's just a little scary.
At home, as the child began to play with the Evil Stick, a haunting, cackling laugh began to emit from the small speakers of the device. Naturally, the mom's confused as to why a toy for toddlers is making such a creepy laugh sound. So she confiscated the toy and investigated it further. And moments later, Nicole would make a harrowing discovery. The woman found that beneath the foil on the flower face of the wand was a bloody, demonic, witch-looking woman brandishing a knife. Yeah, shit's good. Upon the discovery, chills ran down the woman's spine as lights and an evil cackle activated during the grisly discovery.
Imagine making this toy with the express purpose of traumatizing children. Like, that's the only reason that the creator of this toy made it. They're like, I cannot, bro, whoever made this is a freak. They're just like sitting there in their room like a little evil mastermind, and they're like, what could I do? I could cure cancer. No, I don't think so. I could solve world hunger. No, I don't want to do that. In fact, why don't I invest all of my incredible IQ and mental power into traumatizing 2 to 3-year-old children? Yeah.
Nicole Allen was in complete shock. I mean, How could something intended for children feature imagery like this and just be haplessly sold at a dollar store without much of a warning? Feeling as if the toy was a potential danger to children in the sense of them being traumatized, Nicole took her evil stick findings to the local media in the hopes of getting help in finding answers
Oh
to the
no,
then
but it became a
unfolding
sensation, a worldwide sensation.
mystery. The first individual questioned about the evil stick, naturally, was the store owner that was selling the stick itself. This individual was a man named Amar Mustafa. When questioned about the evil stick, Mr. Mustafa denied any wrongdoing in selling the toy and defended the item, saying that it was the parent's responsibility to thoroughly inspect toys before giving it to children.
That
Though it appeared as
that
if
is very true.
Mustafa wasn't aware of this particular image being featured in the product.
The name on it, it says evil stick. So from the name, I would, if I'm buying it for my kid, I would inspect it before I even give it to them.
Mr. Mustafa would also reveal
True.
that he decided to stock this product after it caught his eye at a retailer's convention. It was at this convention where Mr. Mustafa made a deal and acquired some evil sticks for his inventory. But unfortunately, Mr. Mustafa claimed that he couldn't recall, nor did he have any record of who sold him the collection of evil sticks.
Oh my
Where
god,
did he
just
buy this
some
from? It's like a gun
faceless man created this and then
show,
vanished
but
into
it's for
the
toys that
shadows.
traumatize children instead.
True evil
Whatever the case,
mastermind.
For the time being, the origin of the evil stick would remain a mystery. Meanwhile, clips from the local Ohio evil stick story began to go viral across
No way,
YouTube and
Ohio.
Reddit. Occurring at what might have been the peak of creepypasta enthusiasm online, the evil stick story was compelling to those intrigued by macabre mystery, and thousands on the web began discussing the disturbing finding. Around this time, a small YouTuber by the name of Matt Clark would help in the armchair investigation of this strange product by purchasing an evil stick for himself and showcasing it in a YouTube video. Clark was a freelance writer in the
So
Dayton, Ohio
silly.
area, and would follow up this video with a longer one in which he detailed everything he had discovered in his researching of the evil children's gizmo. Aside from giving the world a better view at the evil stick itself, Matt Clark also contributed to the evil stick investigation by bringing some new information to the table. That information being that not all evil sticks contained the same image. In fact, there were actually several different images a customer could be surprised with.
Go
none of which were
off.
as creepy as the witch, but zombies and ghouls were
Okay.
However,
Gotta
some
catch 'em
evil
all?
sticks featured more age-appropriate images like friendly anime characters and angelic-looking beings. And the evil sticks that contained pleasant imagery were said to have played whimsical music like the packaging promised.
Oh
It's
my
like there were
god,
good
it's
evil
just
sticks and
RNG.
bad evil sticks that you could get. Matt's videos regarding the evil sticks go viral online, and his comment section served as a place for folks to theory craft in regard to the origin of the wand, and more specifically, the source of the image featured on the demonic witch wand.
Who is she?
After all, what or who is this person? The source of this image featured on the evil stick proved to be elusive for some time, but eventually, thanks to thousands of online contributors, its creator was tracked down. The
Ooh.
infamous image used on the evil stick was created by an online horror artist going under the alias Butcher Ludwig. Apparently, Ludwig had taken this photo back in 2002 and uploaded it to the internet as a part of a gore-themed pinup girl series. While the woman featured in this image was in fact real, and as a
What is she
photography
holding?
model,
What
none
is
of the blood
censored?
or gore present was. It was all just practical effects and post-editing. However, what's curious about this is that there are actually differences in Butcher Ludwig's original sort of, mock-up of this and the one that's used
A knife?
on the evil stick.
Oh.
The image on the evil stick has been edited. You can clearly see this when the two are compared. And
course.
Butcher Ludwig's watermark has been removed from the evil stick
Ooh,
image. Which brings
illegal.
us to the fact that Butcher Ludwig had no idea that his artwork was being used for this bizarre product.
Oh my
Whoever
God.
manufactured the evil stick blatantly stole his artwork.
Oh
to
my
use for its
God,
creation.
the
Initially
the
under
rabbit
fire
hole
from
goes
members of
deeper.
the public who felt that he was somehow responsible for the creation of the toy, Butcher Ludwig would explain to the internet masses that he had nothing to do with the art's inclusion in the kid's toy, and that the art was indeed stolen from him.
Yeah.
Which of course brings us to the final stage of the evil stick mystery.
Who made it?
Who or what company is responsible
Who
for
or
stealing
what
this
made
man's
it?
art and making this messed up toy? Journalist Matt Clark's YouTube viewers managed to connect the product's origin as being from China thanks to metadata found within the evil stick's barcode. But unfortunately, none have been able to specifically name the manufacturer responsible for the evil stick's production. Both Matt Clark and Butcher Ludwig have clearly
It's just
communicated with factors
unironic.
associated with the
It's terrorism. It's a form of what is it? Fuck. It's a form of
production, but no
covert
company
warfare
name
from
has
China.
ever been
Trump was
publicly
right.
revealed. There still exists this strange air of mystery surrounding the evil stick, which has led many to create conspiracy theories suggesting that the evil stick is something like a real-world version of an Elsagate video. You know, some creeps out there producing content or products that seem child-friendly but contain serious adult themes.
What the
inside.
fuck is an
Considering the
Elsagate? Wait, what is
apparent Chinese bootleg
Elsagate?
origins of this
What the fuck is Alsagate?
Product, many have postulated potential explanations for the true intentions behind the creation of the Evil Stick toy. It's thought that the Evil Stick itself functioned in a way like a game of chance, with there being bad and good evil
It's
sticks
horrible
that one
shit.
could collect.
Is that like
After
those
all,
like
some evil sticks were
like
said
those
to
there was like weird, I remember something about it, but I don't know much. It was like weird videos of like Spider-Man and Elsa or some bullshit, right? Like, and Spider-Man is pregnant or some shit, and they were like super bizarre, weird stuff. It was pedo shit. Really? I guess I shouldn't be surprised. I guess I didn't know anything else. I just thought it was some weird ass shit the kids are watching, like skibbity toilet ass looking shit.
featured pleasant imagery with music and whimsical sound effects. And only one, the demonic evil stick, featured an evil cackling laugh that would traumatize kids. This, the demonic girl one, naturally would have been like the worst evil stick that you could pull, and it laughing at you and being creepy was like the manufacturer's way of like giving the middle finger to the person who bought it, saying that they sucked, I guess. I would think of it as accidentally picking the Bowser flower and Peach's birthday cake in Mario Party 1, you know what I'm saying? Basically, it seems like the evil stick is just some
He made a video about it. Well,
Chinese
watch that. Let me open this in another tab real
The
quick.
controversy
Okay. These videos traumatize children. The legacy of Alsagate. Jesus.
where the implications of traumatizing kids in the way of telling them that they got a bad pull kind of got lost in translation, at least culturally, perhaps. In the wake of the Evil Stick controversy, the product disappeared from store shelves around America, and as far as I'm aware, the Evil Stick is no longer sold in this country. Several Evil Sticks have appeared on eBay over the years and have sold
We're
for
on
hundreds of
traumatized children
dollars, with
reaction
the Demon Stick
content,
in
yeah.
particular being quite rare. In a story that began as a mysterious online conspiracy and seems to have ended in a classic tale of Chinese bootlegging, that was the Evil Stick story.
Music was just Chinese
I'd be willing to
bootlegging.
bet
Okay.
most of you watching are familiar with the Baby Shark song on YouTube.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
No, God,
Oh thank
please,
God.
no.
Okay, I was
This
gonna.
viral
I was
children's
unironically
jingle
gonna
hit
skip.
the internet in 2016 and went massively viral and has since racked up billions of views and is still stuck in yours and my head and will be forever in all eternity. And with the popularity of Baby Shark on YouTube, the brand has essentially become an empire, with millions of dollars being generated off of Baby Shark every year thanks to this earworm of a song. Its popularity has generated a Nickelodeon cartoon series,
No,
branded grocery products,
stop.
and of course, lots of toys. Sadly
Stop.
though, Baby Shark has somewhat of a dodgy reputation when it comes to its branded merchandise. Such is the case of a particularly dangerous Baby Shark toy. It all begins with a Baby Shark bath toy that hit shelves in May of 2019.
Okay.
This seemingly innocuous Baby Shark was sold at Target, Walgreens, Ross, and Walmart. The shark was made of a hard plastic material and included a feature where the shark would sing and swim along
and
the
it
top of
wiggles.
water when placed in the bathtub.
Wait, that's so
swimming
cute.
pool. While many such bath toys have been on the market for decades
Right.
now, the Baby Shark toy featured an insidious design flaw that was a big danger for kids. What images of this product do not properly convey is the sheer size of the shark. The toy itself is actually 7 inches long from nose to tail. So
Okay.
in the context of a child, that's a pretty large toy, which of course brings us to the rather sharp point on this toy. That
Oh no, the shark would kill people in the bath? I mean, I'm sorry, but what do you expect putting a fucking shark in a tub with your kid? That's what sharks do.
being the shark's fin. Since the release of this Baby Shark bath toy, this sharp, hard plastic dagger-like fin has reportedly resulted in 12 child injuries, including lacerations and puncture wounds.
Okay,
The
that's what
injuries
sharks do.
resulting from children slipping and falling on the toy's rigid fin. Many of these injuries
Oh,
have
they.
reportedly
Oh,
sent
wait,
kids
it didn't kill them in the water. I thought it was attacking them in the water, but no, they're falling on their toy. Okay, I'm whatever.
hospital and required stitches. As a result of these reports, in 2023, the 7.5 million large Baby Shark water toys in circulation were recalled by their manufacturer, Zuru LLC. Consumers were told to immediately stop using the dangerous sharks and to contact Zuru for a full refund of $14 for each. The recall stated the following, quote, consumers should disable the tail fin by cutting it on the full-size bath toy or by bending it on the mini-size bath toy, mark the body of the shark bath toy with the
The
word
kids are
recall
probably
and the unique
transphobic,
code
sure.
provided during registration for the recall. Then upload a photo of the
Impalement,
product showing
yeah.
it's disabled and marked at recallrtr.com/bathshark. Upon receipt of the photo, Zuru will issue a refund to purchasers. This recall is still somewhat recent and is an actively developing story. I'm unaware of any civil lawsuits resulting from injuries. Whatever the case, this situation is a dark stain on the reputation of one of the most beloved children franchises to rise to prominence in recent memory. This next story was a toy recall that occurred in the early days of the internet when information didn't spread as fast as it does these days. It's one of the most disturbing and widespread recalls of all time, involving two franchises beloved by Americans.
Okay, this is what.
It's the story of Burger King's deadly Pokeballs. In 1999, during the promotion for the first Pokemon movie, Burger King held a $22 million promotion for the movie, releasing a set of 57 miniature Pokemon toys which were contained within small Pokeballs measuring 3 inches in diameter. Burger King distributed the toys through their Big Kids meal and regular kids meals, and the promotion was set to last through November and December of 1999. These Pokeballs were manufactured by Equity Marketing Inc. in Los Angeles, California, and could be opened by pulling the two halves of the Pokeballs apart, revealing the Pokemon toy inside. Now, for you true 90s kids out there, you most definitely remember this promotion. It was a massive deal, and I remember having multiple of these toys, you know, as a kid. It's a fucking miracle that I'm still alive.
I don't remember.
Considering what I'm about to detail to you all. Yes, in 99,
I guess I just didn't have McDonald's money like a lot of you rich people in chat. I didn't have I just was too broke. I didn't have McDonald's money when I was 3.
Was a massive
or Burger King money, whatever. I didn't have Burger King money, like whatever.
Were wrapped with customers attempting to get.
Actually, real talk, probably the reason I didn't have this shit was because Burger King is so ass that no one would ever go there. So that's probably why I never had them, because I just knew Burger King was dog. Absolutely dog shit.
Get their hands on Pokeballs, and unsurprisingly, shortages occurred. These BK Pokeballs were such a fixture of public interest at the time that the Burger King president of North.
Okay, back to this stupid. How do we get on Burger King Pokeball? Oh yeah, because we were rating Burger King.
As running newspaper advertisements, apologizing to.
Anyway, this is just how it is. If you disagree, you can only disagree about these ones, nothing else. Everything else is facts. Everything else is just is perfect. In fact, Burger King can go down here as well. I think that's a little bit better. Yeah. I'm just okay. I actually want to say this right now. The breakfast sandwiches at Tim Hortons, clear. The McDonald's ones and the Starbucks ones. I've never been. I don't know what it is. I've never heard of it before. I didn't even know it was real. I didn't even know it was a real place. Tim Hortons breakfast sandwiches are better than McDonald's breakfast sandwiches. But never ever get anything at McDonald's or at Tim Hortons other than the breakfast. Never get any other food there. Okay? Don't do it. Don't do it. Get a donut only in the morning. Only in the morning. Only in the morning. I cannot stress enough. Only go to Tim Hortons when the clock says AM. That's it. That's it. You know what half these places are? Most of them are just, I've been to one time. Like, I've been to this shit one time. This shit, like, a couple times. I've been to this, like, twice. I think I've been to this one time. I've never been to these, but I know they're bad because they look bad. They just have awful vibes.
To the public when there were shortages.
All right, can we just pay attention, please? Can we just focus up again? Let's just reset a little bit. Let's just bring it in. Bring it in. Chat, hey, pay attention. Come on. Pay attention. We're watching a video. It's called Disturbing Toys That Traumatize Kids. We're 17 minutes, 30 seconds in. Okay? We're on the Burger King Pokeball section.
However, what we'll soon find...
We don't know what the fuck is going on. Apparently there were Pokeballs at Burger King that had toys in them. As I said before the massive tangent, I never got these Pokeball toys. You know why? Because I'm not a fucking loser who eats at Burger King.
Is that shortages would be the least of Burger King's problems, as an insidious design flaw within the Pokeball itself would begin to reveal itself. A design flaw with lethal consequences.
Tell me, lethal. Wait, how many kills? Gas, take a guess. Chat, how many kills? UAV, Predator missile, AC-130, tactical nuke. Take a guess. Pick.
That a 13-month-old girl in Sonora, California was found unresponsive in her playpen by family members. When she was turned over, the family discovered that the girl had a Pokeball suctioned to her face, one side covering her mouth and the other her nose.
How did it suction? Did she do the classic trick? I'm sorry. Did she do the thing of you going like, where you suck in really hard on like a thing and it like And it sucks on your face. Did she do that?
The Pokeball had suctioned to the toddler's mouth, and she had suffocated to death. After this tragedy was revealed to the public, the local...
Wait, I feel so bad for memeing on this. Wait a
The
second.
sheriff's department issued a warning about the
Editor,
Burger King
cut the
Pokeballs,
editor, cut the
citing
memes, cut the
toy as
memes,
the
cut the
cause
memes,
of
cut the
the
memes.
infant's
Editor,
tragic
editor.
passing. It was noted that the small diameter and concave structure of the Pokeball made it particularly susceptible to suctioning. A teething baby could chew on the toy, manipulating it in a way where an airtight seal would be made, posing major
You don't want to
suffocation
laugh, but you're
risks.
still
This was the
laughing.
first
A
time in
child is
history
dead,
Burger
and you're laughing. You're laughing. You're laughing. Chat. This is literally, I can't believe this.
Two policemen are in critical condition. You're laughing. You're laughing.
A little toddler is dead, and you're laughing. You're
Two
laughing.
policemen are in critical condition. You're laughing. You're laughing.
You're laughing, chat. Really, chat. Okay.
King toy had been associated with the death of a child, but the burger giant would initially attempt to shirk responsibility regarding the matter, claiming that there wasn't enough conclusive evidence to prove that their toy was the direct cause of the child's death, and that the kid's passing could have possibly been due to completely unrelated factors.
Yeah, maybe the kid was just a fucking idiot. Anyone consider that?
Despite the ball being found on her mouth, but
Anyone considered that the child was just a fucking idiot?
they said this, but then it happened again. On December 23rd,
Double kill.
the controversy of 1999, 2 days before Christmas, a girl from Kansas reportedly got half of a Pokeball stuck in her nose and mouth and nearly suffocated in her own home. Thankfully, the girl's parents managed to remove the suction seal before she was killed. She would receive treatment and suffer no serious injuries.
Oh, wait, she lived?
On December 23rd of 1999, 2 days before Christmas, a girl from Kansas reportedly got half of a Pokeball
Okay,
stuck
no, she actually survived. No, she survived, she survived, she
nose and
survived. It's
mouth,
fine,
and
it's fine,
nearly
it's chill. We
suffocated
can...
in
Time out, time... Listen.
her own home.
It's the internet, nothing is real. Nothing is real.
Thankfully, the
Okay.
girl's parents
Let me just laugh at the
managed to
absurdity of Pokeballs attacking small children, please. If you just think about it in a vacuum, if you take out the fact that these are real people with real lives that have real, suffered the real consequences of this whole thing, and you just think about it about little babies getting attacked by Pokeballs and dying, and you just think of it in that context, the absurdity of it, we can't help but laugh. How could you not laugh? The absurdity of it all.
removed the suction seal before she was killed. She would receive treatment and suffered no serious
It's a literal like static plastic object. It's not even a real, like it's literally just like it can't hurt you. It can't move. It's literally a ball of plastic. Like, how do you get 1v1'd by that?
injuries. This second incident was reported by news media and raised eyebrows among the public. They couldn't ignore the Pokeball flaw any longer. This second incident left Burger King with no other option than to act. Public pressure was mounting and consumer panic along with it. So with this in consideration, Burger King Pokeballs would cease distribution immediately and a recall would be issued. And by Christmas Eve of 1999, all Burger King toys were removed from stores. Several days later, on December 29th of 1999, a nationwide recall was issued. Along with this recall,
the second?
came
Yeah.
several ominous warnings released to the public by Burger King that were on both print and television. Burger King issued a
Francis just
statement
gotta
to
lie, you
parents
can't
urging
admit that?
them
Yeah,
to
no, it would
immediately
be.
take away all Pokeball containers from children ages 3 and younger. The most disturbing thing to come out of the recall outside of the death and injuries themselves was a $1 million TV ad campaign which ominously urged parents to return the deadly children's toys.
Burger King and the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission want you to
Wait,
know
this
about
is
the
so
voluntary recall
freaky.
of this Pokemon Pokeball. The ball may pose a suffocation hazard to children under 3. Throw the ball away or return it to Burger King. The safety of your child is of the utmost importance to us.
And while these creepy television ads were certainly
Murder
effective
balls.
at getting attention of the public and urging them to recall the Pokeballs, sadly deaths were still occurring as Pokeballs were out in circulation still. While the recall campaign was ongoing, a 4-month-old boy in Indianapolis, Indiana would fall victim to one of the deadly balls, the Pokeball suctioning to his face, causing the child to suffocate in his crib. And in true macabre fashion, the more deaths occurred, the faster the word spread about the
Can I
recall.
just say,
And
actually
eventually-
though, real talk, I don't know if I'd give a plastic Pokeball to a 4-month-old kid. I don't think I'd do that. Like, they can get squishy little puffy toys. I'm not giving them that. I don't know.
Enough
That's
death would
just me,
occur
though.
that awareness would be high enough that most parents were finally privy to
They
the
get
fact that these
plushies.
Pokemon toys were dangerous. Parents would begin destroying them en masse, and eventually this
In
crisis
Indiana, we
would
give
come
them-
to an end. In the wake of this Pokeball crisis,
I
Burger King
see.
received heavy criticism for their initial reluctance to initiate a recall of their toy. Equity Marketing, the company that made the toy,
Yeah, because I just think, like children like that just fucking eat everything. They're like they're little gremlins. Like, they just munch on stuff. Just don't give them... Like, even if you give them anything hard, they're probably gonna fucking bite it and fucking cut their little stupid little squishy mouth open.
rebutted critics, stating that before launching the toys, they ensured that the Pokeball containers met or exceeded federal safety guidelines and underwent an exuberant amount of safety testing by an independent third-party lab before, during, and after production of the balls. They said that they checked all the federal safety guideline boxes in the process of making the Pokeball product. However, the issue was that while the toy had passed all the regulatory child choke tests, these parameters did not assess the risk for suction, which was the way that the Pokeballs killed. The toy's design flaw was a blind spot for both Burger King and the Consumer Product Safety Commission. And in part because of this high-profile case, toys nowadays are tested for suction.
Am I good with kids? I like to think I am good with kids. Yes, I like kids personally. I like to make fun of kids, but I actually really like kids. I think they're very silly. I'm pretty good with them. Kids like me, I guess I'll say. Children like me. I don't always reciprocate though. Sometimes these kids need to like chill the fuck out. Okay, like don't be trying to. Like, I remember my little cousin, when he was a little kid, he wanted to, like, play with me all the time. And I was like, oh, wait, you're cramping my style. Like, get the frick away, you know? Like, cramping my style. Oh, get away. I don't have time for it. But I like kids, honestly, I do. I just, like, sometimes they're annoying. Like, that's how I feel with my dogs, you know? Like, I truly love my dogs, or whatever. Like, my parents' dogs. Like, I love them. But, like, sometimes, like, I'm not in the mood. I'm just not in the mood. Even if I'm just not in the mood. I'd be a terrible parent. Don't ever give me kids stories.
As far as compensation for victims, the parents of the 13-month...
I'd be like, quit your yapping. I don't want to feed you. I'm not giving you any food. I'll change your diaper when I feel like it.
old girl that passed from the Burger King Pokeball.
Yeah, I would be a great auntie, I think,
sued against
personally.
the company and would win a monetary
Maybe not a
settlement
great
from the
mother,
corporation.
though.
The exact dollar amount awarded has
Don't know
been
why
kept
it's a str-
confidential.
who knows?
It's not known if any other victims' families won in legal action against the company, but it goes without saying they deserve something for what these Pokeballs put them through.
Yeah, get
In
that
what's
back.
likely one of the darkest children's toy recalls in American history, those were the deadly Burger King Pokeballs. While I wouldn't
Just
necessarily
please don't cancel me
consider
for laughing at children.
a Ring
I'm kidding,
camera
so
a
okay,
children's
please.
toy, parents do use Ring devices to monitor and protect their children. Take,
I'm
for
sure
example,
I would care. I'm sure I would care if I I'm sure I would care if I had any sort of emotional connection to it. I just don't.
Ring cameras in a kid's room or baby monitors produced by the company. But what happens when products that you use to safeguard your kids end up traumatizing them? This next chapter involves several nightmarish examples.
Please give me the trauma. I don't want children getting killed. I want to see children getting traumatized. More of that, please.
Of nefarious hackers who have infiltrated Ring cameras and other security
4chan?
devices to scare kids. Arguably one of the most disturbing examples of this occurred in Tennessee back in 2019. Tennessee woman Ashley LeMay had purchased a set of Ring cameras to look after her 3 daughters, and the system worked well initially, but on the 4th night of the camera's operation, the unimaginable occurred.
Okay.
While Ashley's daughter Alyssa is playing alone in her room, an unknown man's voice begins speaking to the girl from the device, claiming that he's Santa Claus and begins instructing her to start breaking
Oh no.
things in the house.
Oh no. No, 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 no. Oh no. Santa says break your TV. Oh, no.
I'm your best friend.
Oh
I'm
no.
Santa Claus.
That's freaky.
I'm Santa Claus. Don't you want to be my best friend? Get
I don't
dressed
like
up in
this.
room.
No, I don't like this. I don't like this. You thought it was gonna be way worse? Yeah, but I don't like the feeling of this one. This one's freaky. I don't like this one.
You can break your TV. You can do whatever you want.
At first,
The
the girl
vibes
is confused,
are
and when
off.
she refuses to follow the instructions of this deranged hacker, the guy begins loudly playing the uncanny, creepy classic hit, Tiny Tim's Tiptoe Through the Tulips.
Oh my god, this guy is something else. I'm sorry. He's so committed to the bit. He's so committed to the bit, bro. Come on. I almost feel like it's worse that he can. Okay, is it weird? This makes sense to me. You can let me know if you feel the same. If he like, if someone was hacking into like these little cameras and playing the music without like having like a live feed of what was happening, like not watching the results, they just thought it would be like really funny to like, you know what I mean? They're like, it'd be really funny if we like hacked like kids' fucking cameras to like play creepy music. Like, wouldn't that be hilarious if we just traumatize a bunch of children? That's like one level of bad. But the fact that he's like watching while it happens is what makes it like really fucking creepy and uncomfortable. Does that make sense? I feel like that's what escalates it to like a don't be this
through
guy.
the speakers. The girl's father would hear this creepy ruckus and rush to the scene, intervening and putting a stop to the harassment. The hacker responsible for this incident is still unknown. A similar incident would occur the same year, involving a 13-year-old being harassed with frequent questions by a hacker who had breached his home's Ring security system.
Hello?
Hello?
I see you. What? I see you. How you doing? How's your day?
I already made that joke,
What's your
Brady.
name? Lamar. What up, Lamar? How's your day?
Pretty good.
Do you play Minecraft?
Of course, he doesn't play Minecraft.
I don't know. Do you play CSGO?
While this hacker seemed less malicious and
I
honestly
forgive
just
you.
kind of like started a conversation with this kid, I can't
That's
even
so
begin to
freaky.
stress
Why are
the
you talking to-
disturbing implications of, you know, hacking into someone's house and being able to communicate with them. It brings chills to my body, like really. Reports of these Ring hackings would go
CS:GO
viral
player.
online and in local media. Regarding the hacks, Ring said in a statement in December of 2019, quote, "While we're still investigating this issue and are taking appropriate steps to protect our devices based on our investigation, we are able to confirm this incident is in no way related to a breach or compromise of Ring security." In
Talk
2020,
to
the
people your
hackings
own
would
age.
escalate
Yeah,
even
although
further.
I will say, real quick, I know you should definitely talk to people your own age. But the video of like I don't know how old they would be, but like dudes trolling like 7-year-olds in VR Among Us is really funny. I think that's really funny. I'm just gonna say that, okay? Yes, you should talk to people your own age, but that does not apply to trolling 7-year-olds in VR Among Us. You should be allowed to do that, I think.
During this year, an Atlanta, Georgia family was spied on and swatted by a malicious hacker for seemingly no other reason than to fulfill some sadistic power fantasy.
Change all your stop using the same password for everything.
That's sick.
We are sick. Yeah, we are disgusting. This is the 15th one today. We do this all over the United States.
The stakes were now higher
Donkey's
than
video
ever.
playing
I mean, after
Fortnite
all,
with
this
kids?
thing has
Yeah,
gone
I
from just
agree.
messing
Yeah,
with
like
kids
stuff
by
like that
playing
is really
creepy
funny.
songs,
I saw a couple. Sorry, I keep pausing. I saw a couple TikToks of someone like
all the way to
like
potentially
yelling at
putting
like little
families'
kids or
lives-
whatever, like being like, "You're imposter," and the kid is like, "No, I'm not imposter." He's like crying, like, "I'm not imposter. No!" Like he walks up to some little like fucking 7-year-old and he like gets like right up and he goes, "By the way, I'm the imposter and I'm gonna kill you." And the kid starts going, "Ah!" like screaming and running, and he starts chasing him like, "Ah! Ah!" like barking and stuff, and the kid is like screaming and running. And then the kid, like, they get to the little thing where they, you know, he calls the emergency meeting, and the kid is like terrified, like, "No, he said he's imposter, he said he was imposter, he said he was imposter." And the guy's like, "I don't want this kid's this kid's crazy, this kid is definitely imposter, this kid's imposter, get out, yellow is imposter." And then they vote out the little fucking 7-year-old, and he's screaming that he was an imposter as he gets voted out. It's so funny. It's so
lives in
funny.
danger. Fortunately, though, around this time, it was discovered how these hacks were taking place, and it
Can
essentially
we watch
all
it? Can we
boiled-
just real quick? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I need to just for me, chat. I need to see children get screamed at. Okay, trolling kids in VR Among Us. I have to.
Bubble, bubble, bubble.
This little kid is so silly. Ah, why does he sound like this?
Copy, copy, copy. Bubble.
Okay. It's Brian. I think this should be allowed, okay? This is the one instance when you should be allowed to talk to kids as a grown-up man, okay? The one instance.
Down to weak passwords. See, it's not all too uncommon for social media sites
I
and
know the way he
online
run.
services to experience data leaks where user information, including login info, finds its way onto the internet. What Ring hackers were essentially doing was accessing these data leaks that were associated with different, websites and services, and basically, trying to brute force their way into Ring camera systems by using old passwords from other services, because a lot of people just use the same password for everything.
Me, I mean, then, not me,
Hacks were never
I don't
identified
do
or
that.
criminally punished. A small handful of Ring hackers have been arrested and prosecuted. In 2022, two men, Kaya Christian Nelson of Racine, Washington, and James Thomas Andrew of Charlotte, North Carolina, were charged in a Los Angeles court with one count of conspiracy to intentionally access computers without authorization. Nelson was also charged with 2 counts of intentionally accessing a computer without authorization and 2 counts of aggravated identity theft for hacking various home camera systems. Nelson allegedly accessed Yahoo email accounts and Ring accounts belonging to victims all throughout the United States. He would then allegedly call the police and report a crime while watching through his live feed. The guy was swatting people and watching the SWAT live through their own Ring cameras. How fucked up is that?
That's,
Thomas Andrew McCarthy.
honestly, never mind. I was gonna say that's, I don't know why, but that's like, obviously swatting is bad, but I don't know how to describe it. That's, I don't
is
know.
facing 9 counts of making a false statement, 9 counts of false
That doesn't weird me
information,
out like
and
the kid
hoax,
one
1
weirds
count
me
of
out,
stalking,
if
and 6
I was
counts
in
of
a
aggravated
different
identity
mood, I could find that one a little bit funnier. Like, I could find that one funnier. I feel like if I was in a different mood. It's not as weird as the kid one to me. Don't even give props. No, you're right. I know you're right.
In February of 2022, Nelson pled guilty to 2 counts of making terroristic threats in the 2nd degree and 1 count of terroristic threatening in the 1st degree. This man was sentenced to serve 7 years in prison. Curiously, since the
Swatting is straight malicious. I
arrest of these
guess.
2
I know it
individuals,
is.
Ring
You're
camera
right.
hackings have
I
pretty much
know.
stopped. That being said, the threat of Ring camera hacking is still out there, and the only way to prevent it is to have a strong password and not get wrapped up in leaks.
The only way to prevent it is to not have a Ring camera. People have died. I'm sorry, okay?
Extremely popular in the mid-2010s. Most of
Fine,
you watching
whatever.
likely
I'll just sit here and
the
I'll just be...
hoverboard craze.
Wow.
Admittedly, these things are fun to mess around on, and they got so popular that hoverboards kind of became a meme.
I just don't get it. You know what I mean? The hoverboard thing? Because, like...
Admittedly,
they
these
have
things
wheels.
are fun to mess
Like,
around on.
what are they talking about? Like, I have a... Well, technically he's not really a guard. He's the concierge guy. I just didn't really... I feel like... I don't know. I feel like the concierge is like a weird-ass French word, and people wouldn't understand what that word meant, I guess, so I just said security guy. But he kind of does... I mean, that's like kind of what they do, is they just check people. But it's not like a fucking security guard, whatever.
And they got so popular that hoverboards kind of became a meme for a while. With every Zoomer kid in America YOLO swagging out on these things, they just got tiresome, While hoverboards are fondly remembered by many, what's often not
I like the one where the girl flies right into the wall and just smashes a big hole in the drywall.
discussed about this toy is the dark history surrounding it and the many houses burnt down, children injured and killed because of them. Back in the day, people saw hoverboards as a
How you new? Welcome.
potential futuristic form of transportation, the hypothetical contraption made popular thanks to Marty McFly's hoverboard featured in Back to the Future 2. Decades later, the world is yet to get flying hoverboards for real, the technology still out of reach. But in 2013, manufacturers decided to cash in
I just feel like you couldn't even get me on a skateboard. I don't know. I'd wipe out and die on a skateboard, let alone a fucking hoverboard.
Legacy pop culture hype and began selling electronic swivel skateboard-like toys under the name hoverboard. The genesis of these swivel hoverboard products actually begins with a Kickstarter created by American entrepreneur Steve Chen. This Kickstarter would later result in the creation of his hoverboard product, which sold under the name Hovertrax. For those who don't know, hoverboards move by the user tilting in the direction that they want to go. It's also possible to get the board to spin in a circle by tilting your your feet.
Has
in
anyone ever
opposite
ridden a
directions.
hoverboard in
When
heels?
hoverboards
Someone's
hit shelves,
probably
they were
done it,
almost
but-
an immediate hit, and much of this was in part thanks to how popular social media was at the time and videos of the hoverboard spreading virally. Videos would surface online showcasing various celebrities like Justin Bieber, Jamie Foxx, Kendall Jenner, and more riding hoverboards, and dozens of funny fail videos surfaced as well, showing Viners, YouTubers, and
Wear a
everyday
helmet.
people busting their asses and crashing their boards. Much like scooters and bicycles, hoverboards became a hugely popular
True.
hit with
Queen probably
children.
did
By
do
June
it.
of 2015, copycats of the hoverboard began flooding the market, and the quality of these products began to suffer as a result. Now, you might think the danger being posed to the youth in regard to this product was, simply kids crashing and busting their head open.
That's
on the
what I
board.
thought.
But
That's
the
what I
real
thought.
insidious danger with the hoverboard was actually the risk of these things exploding and catching on fire. Many of these fires causing entire homes to be burnt down.
Why
and
would they
lives
blow
ruined.
up?
With low-quality hoverboards now in the hands of consumers, videos began surfacing on the news and social media showcasing hoverboards bursting into flames. One Louisiana family who purchased
It's
a
like a
hoverboard
test-
for their
oh,
son's
shit.
Christmas
No, it
gift
is.
unfortunately lost their entire home thanks to the board igniting and setting fire to the property. As more boards were proven
Cheap-ass
faulty, a
batteries?
social media
Oh, I guess.
panic
Oh,
began
yeah,
to
that
set
makes
in,
sense.
and
That makes
online
sense.
retailers started removing
yes.
specific hoverboard products from their websites. In late 2015, hoverboards manufactured by the company
Swagway?
were taken off of Amazon
Oh.
completely. It was later determined
How
that
did
the
no
cause
one
of
know the Swagway wasn't going to be a good company? I feel like we should have seen that coming.
these fires was caused by faulty lithium-ion batteries that were placed in these low-quality contraptions. Because of their poor design, scooters could actually overheat while being charged and just blow up. Businesses
not good.
started banning people from using hoverboards on their property, and many airlines banned the product from being placed in carry-on or checked baggage due
Makes
to
sense.
safety issues
Makes
posed by the
sense.
batteries.
No, that
Quote,
makes sense.
Delta reviewed hoverboard product specifications and found that manufacturers do not consistently provide detail about the size or power of their lithium-ion
Right.
batteries. Despite the rise in awareness in regard to the dangers posed by hoverboards, unfortunately,
stop
these
people.
faulty products would continue to hurt and maim
Didn't
children.
stop 'em.
On January 9th of 2016, at the home of Brian and Megan Fox in Nashville, Tennessee, their child's hoverboard bursted into flames while the parents weren't at home. The two children heard noises coming from the first floor and hid upstairs thinking that the sound was an intruder.
Oh, no.
However, what they
Yeah.
didn't realize
I didn't know
was
this
is
happened.
that sound was their hoverboard exploding, and they were essentially trapped in a house that was now burning down. Brian and Megan arrived home shortly after to find their house engulfed in flames with their two young children
I didn't know
still
this
stuck
happened.
inside. Brian would attempt to rescue his kids and sustain several burn injuries while doing so. Thankfully, the children would be heroically rescued after they jumped out of windows. Both would survive, only sustaining minor injuries. This hoverboard-induced fire completely annihilated the family's $1 million home and their belongings, resulting in approximately $2 million in damages. Later in the year, the family
How does
would
that
sue
make sense?
Amazon,
How does that make sense? How do you have a $1 million home and $2 million of debt? Make it make sense.
alleging that the company was liable for the defective hoverboard and the damages that it caused. Amazon argued that they were simply a conduit for the consumer and the manufacturer, and that in all reality, the manufacturer was to blame for the fire. However, eventually in 2020,
yeah, you do have
Amazon
stuff,
would settle
right.
with the family for an undisclosed
Look, I'm
amount of
tired.
money.
I don't know why
With
I'm
all
so
of this
tired. I'm
chaos and
sleepy.
destruction
Not my
caused
fault.
by
I'm sleepy.
hoverboards, it wouldn't be
Can't the
long
girl
for
be sleepy?
official agencies
Can't
to
I be
step
comfy,
in
cozy,
and
sleepy
get the
pill?
ball rolling on a recall here. The Consumer Product Safety Commission would launch an investigation into the safety of hoverboard devices and determine that the lithium-ion batteries within them could overheat and pose the high risk of catching fire.
Emotional
and after
damage?
these findings,
Not a
in
real
July
thing.
of 2016, the commission ordered a recall of over 500,000 hoverboard units from 8 different manufacturers. The Swagway X1 hoverboard alone was the target of 267,000 of these recalls. Sadly, though, even after
Not
the
the
recall,
Swagway.
more children were getting hurt. In early 2017, a hoverboard exploded and caught fire and resulted in the death of 2 children after their entire house was burnt down. In January of 2018, a Clarkston, Michigan family were charging their hoverboard when it bursted into flames. Fortunately, this family was able to escape the deadly discharge and alert the fire department,
The
who were able to put out
deadly
the flames and save their
discharge.
house. Remarkably, in 2021, a Utah-based family was actually able to catch a hoverboard exploding on video. The video shows a young child almost being burnt by the device. Luckily, the kid's father, who was asleep at the time, woke up and grabbed the fire extinguisher and was able to put out the blaze. On April 1st of 2022, in Hellerton, Pennsylvania, a 10-year-old girl and her 15-year-old sister were both killed in a house fire reportedly caused by a hoverboard. And sadly, even after there being problems with these hoverboard products for close to half a decade at this point, defective ones are still making it onto store shelves and hurting kids. Hopefully this trend dies down in the near future, but with hoverboard deaths and injuries within the last year, it's not looking good. In the realm of these fad,
Fidget spinners.
flash-in-the-pan toys,
Fidget
the
spinners.
king of all of them is without a doubt the fidget spinner.
Oh my
With their
god,
bright
not the
colors,
fidget spinner.
collectible nature, and of course seamless spinning function.
I never had a fidget spinner. Honestly, I have, like I said, I have severe ADHD. This shit was built for someone like me, and I didn't find them fun. I mean, I was maybe too old, I guess, but, like, you know, if you give me, like, a little fidget toy, like, even now, if you give me a fidget toy, I'll play with it. Like, I'll get locked in. But I cannot find fidget spinners, like, engaging at all. Like, they just don't work. They're not fun. They're not, they're shit. I don't know.
These fidget spinners proved to be quite the ubiquitous toy found amongst the youth in the late 2010s. Fidget spinners were said
Because
to
you can't pull it
possess
apart? I don't
emotional
know.
and mental benefit to kids, helping some children deal with anxiety and stress. While these aforementioned benefits surrounding fidget spinners are up for debate, okay, what's undeniable about this product is that it has a dark side of hurting kids. With reports of fidget spinners
Literally
causing
how,
psychosis-
though? Like, what, you spin it too fast, use it as a nunchuck? You just whip it at another kid, hit him in the face with it, hit him in the eye?
being poisonous, and being used in attempted child kidnappings.
What?
Fidget spinner
Wait, what?
psychosis, being that it has a dark side of hurting kids. With
What?
reports of fidget spinners causing psychosis, being poisonous, and being used in attempted child kidnappings.
Huh?
Fidget spinner-like products have been available since 1993. Around this time, a woman named Catherine Hedinger developed an early spinning toy prototype with the intent of helping kids deal with emotions by way of distraction. However, this style of fidget toy wouldn't become popular until decades later, starting in 2017. In 2017, an aspiring businessman by the name of Alan Marmon saw potential in the toy if only...
Wait, Alan Marmon? Where's the R?
In
Where's the R?
2017, an aspiring businessman
Listen.
by the name of Alan Marmon saw
Alan Marmon? Alan Maman. I'm sorry, but can we fix this, please?
potential in the toy if only it could be mass-produced, leading him to create the Fidget 360, a product that would become the model for all modern fidget spinners found on shelves today.
Alan
The Fidget
Marmon.
360 toy was marketed as a way of helping young teens and children cope with autism, ADHD, and anxiety, despite there not being any solid research proving the notion at the time.
It just spins, though. Like, it's not. It just spins. Like, it only... Sorry for the
Whatever the
flashbang.
case-
Sorry. Sorry for flashbang. It only, like... I have to be actively... Like, I can't just sit there and hold a thing as it spins. Like, I need to keep my hands in motion. You know? Like, I can't just hold it as it spins. That does not... I need to be, like... Like, I need to be, like, moving. Otherwise, like, it doesn't do anything. It's garbage-ass toy.
Fidget spinners are fun and addictive, and it was an immediate hit after being put on store shelves. Much
I don't
like
know
the
what the ball
hoverboard,
song
the
is, but you
popularity
can-
of fidget
if you-
spinners
I don't-
was thanks in part to social media.
Kai
Online,
Cenat.
one can find numerous videos of folks showcasing their spectacular fidget spinner skills, magic tricks involving the toys, and humorous skits to boot. But in contrast to the hoverboard, fidget spinners were actually relatively affordable, with most of them ranging in price from $5 to $20. So this was like a people's toy, you know what I'm saying? Everybody had one of these things. They were
Everybody.
very common among the public. But while the internet videos portrayed this kid's toy
Mr.
as harmless
Beast.
fun and games, as Chinese fidget toy copycats
Oh my God.
flooded the market, problems began to occur. In May of 2017, the reality of fidget spinners being a
called
choking
a butterfly.
hazard
Aren't
would
those
come
not-
to
aren't those
fruition.
literally
This
knives that
happened
you-
when a Texas
and you
mother
stab
named Kelly
people with?
Rose Joniak had to rush her daughter Britton to the emergency room after she accidentally swallowed part of the gadget. It said that the woman heard her daughter, quote, make
Okay. I'm gonna be real with you. Whose fault is this? It's literally metal. Whose fault is this? Is this this skill issue? Agree. Like, what do you want? What do you want from people?
an odd retching noise in the back seat.
Like, why would you eat it? Like, why would you have a fidget spinner? It's not like you can even do anything with your mouth with it. Like, it doesn't spin in your mouth. Like, what's the... How? Why? How?
Kelly Rose Joniak had to rush her daughter Britton to the emergency room after she accidentally
they don't say
swallowed
how
part
old
of the
she was.
gadget. It said that the woman heard her daughter, quote, make an odd retching noise in the back seat. She says, looking back,
Kids just swallow random things, so we should just have no random things then. Is that what you're saying? Random things shouldn't exist because kids might swallow it.
Back in the mirror, I saw her face turning red and drool pouring from her mouth. She couldn't utter noises but looked panicked, so I immediately pulled over. After being taken to the hospital and given x-rays, it was discovered that part of the fidget spinner brushing, which is the metal part of the spinner that's about the size of a quarter, had popped out and was lodged into her esophagus. Doctors had to perform emergency surgery on the girl, which required general anesthesia.
But how?
To an endoscopic procedure, the brushing was safely extracted.
There's no way that this happens unless she just eats it. How? But popped out, but what? How does it pop out? Like, do you think she's spinning it? It pops out and just launches from the spinner, like, whoop, right into her mouth, like that? Do you think that's what happened? Or do you think she was, like, chewing it? She's probably fucking chewing it, yeah. Probably was literally eating it. Like, don't eat metal.
The mother says, fortunately, we had a positive outcome, but it was pretty scary there for a while. From this, I wish to offer some word of caution to parents. Fidget spinners are the current craze, so they're widely distributed. Kids of all ages may be getting them, but not all spinners come with age-appropriate warnings. The brushings pop out easily, so if you have young kids...
Lego figure heads have a hole in them because they know babies and toys will swallow it, so it keeps an airway for them to breathe. But this also, this metal thing, it's got holes. She could breathe through this. It's got holes.
From this, I wish to offer some word of caution to parents. Fidget spinners are the current craze, so they're widely distributed. Kids of all ages may be getting them, but not all spinners come with age-appropriate warnings. The brushings pop out easily, so if you have young kids, keep in mind that these present a potential choking hazard. And fidget spinners were not only a choking risk, there were some deranged criminals out there that were using the popularity of the fidget spinner and using the spinners themselves as bait to kidnap children.
This is way worse than what I thought, but when he said there were deranged criminals out there, my mind immediately went to people putting like little spikes on their fidget spinner and using it like a shuriken. That's what I thought he was gonna say. There were some deranged criminals out there using them as shuriken, and that would have been really funny. But instead, we got kidnappers, which is not as funny anymore. It's not as cool.
In June of 2017, a New Jersey man reportedly attempted to lure two children
But shuriken fidget spinners would have been crazy.
While at a convenience store in Lawrence
Put
Harbor,
a, like,
New Jersey.
just put a blade on it.
First tried offering the children snacks and candy, but when they didn't show interest, the creep then upped the ante, allegedly offering the young kids fidget spinners to play with if they came with it. Thankfully, though, somebody at the convenience store saw what was going on and intervened.
You could do like the James Bond thing, you know, where he's like tied down on the table with like his legs open or whatever. He's tied on like this, and the laser starts like coming up his crotch. You could do that, but with a sharp fidget spinner that just, and you could just go like, "It's coming for you, Mr. Bond." I just like do that and cut him in half or whatever, you know.
The staff member told the guy to leave, and in response, he aggressively said that the kids are coming with me, but after a little bit of back and forth, the creep eventually got out of there. The fidget spinning attempted kidnapper fled away in a white Toyota Corolla. New Jersey's Old Bridge Township Police put out a Facebook status regarding the attempted fidget spinner
Found snacks and candies because criminals are... Well, yeah, I don't think this isn't really a fidget spinner fault. Like, I mean...
However, to this day,
if anything, that's probably marketing for them. Like, this shit is so gas. Like, this toy is so gas that, like, criminals have decided it's better than candy. Like, that could be their slogan, honestly. Fidget spinners, they're better than candy. You know? With the white... No? Anyone see the vision? Anyone? Don't have me market your products, please.
Still remains at large. Choking and kidnapping bait aside, some fidget spinners were found to contain toxic levels of lead in them. In November of 2017,
okay, now that's cringe.
Massive American retailer Target took fidget spinners off of their shelves when it was discovered by a consumer advocacy group that various spinners contain dangerously high levels of lead.
You know why all criminals drive white vehicles? Why? It's so stupid.
Lead being found in the metal bearings of the spinners. Quote, new report on high levels of lead, 300 times the limit in some fidget spinners. As a result of this, Target would remove the product. Fortunately, though, despite the possibility of lead poisoning, kidnap baiting, and choking hazards, as far as I'm aware, no one has died from a fidget spinner. Let's hope
that's what I'm saying. I just think the girl Britain that ate the metal thing was maybe a bit of a dumb kid.
Toys. Let me know what you thought about this video down below in the comments section, and let me know who or
maybe
what
she
you
was
want me
just
to talk
an
about
idiot.
Next. I want to give a major shout out.
Maybe she's just a dumb. Maybe she's dumb. Like, it happens. Okay, I thought I would have more fun watching the traumatized kids section. But I feel like traumatized kid arc is officially over now. I don't want to do more traumatized kid videos, you know? It's a little bit, you know, the vibes, yeah, you know, let's check on Mr. Max. How's Mr. Max doing? Oof. Still going. Still going.